Welcome back to Factorio Seablock and TSM. This is our 100th episode, guys and ladies. And it's the first time I've noticed that red and green science has actually been a little bit stretched. It's because we are doing some of this tree science, and we actually have enough, so there's no hold up, so they're going to have to compete. And the reason is, of course, we built these way back when we only had assembly machine 1s, and they're just not fast enough really anymore. So we're going to do a bit of an upgrade to our very basic science. Probably bring them all up to about assembly machine 3 stage, I would suggest is appropriate. Now, this might take a little while because I kind of like ensuring that I'm not holding a whole bunch of these in my inventory, although it probably doesn't really matter that much, but there's no need to be building such things. Let's just get a bit closer. Which one is slowest? So it is actually red science that was slowest, so it was right to do them first. It'll be interesting to see if we actually need to speed these up. May well be that we don't, in which case we only need 4 of these in total, enough to, well, 4 more rather, enough to replace all of these. I guess we'll soon see. Oh, we're out of tech. So after skiting about the way we were doing tech, I might do that one next, actually. And I know we're doing that stuff. And if we have enough, we can do that one. I'm mainly doing these because these purple sciences we're really struggling on. So that's kind of the reason behind all of that. Yes, red is definitely getting bigger now. And yes, we've got to this point, and the point we're at is basically we have some of, but not all of, the yellow science built. The yellow science in this game being this one, which is, I think, the equivalent to the high-tech science in vanilla, but it's substantially more complicated. We have all of these components available to be built, although we have a very great shortage of rubies, so that could be an issue, and I don't think our tungsten and titanium supplies are anywhere near adequate yet either. However, this one here, we're sort of slowly starting the top of this, the lithium-ion battery. Steel gear wheel, no problem. Insulated wire, we have the rubber, so no problem. Silicon nitride, I don't think is that difficult. So it's just really the lithium-ion battery. If I remember correctly, the silicon nitride wasn't that difficult. And yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So the way we're progressing through this, I would have to say that I would have to not say that. I think we're going to have to go through all of these bits and upgrade them as well. So yeah, we're going to be running short of components very quickly. We're not building these guys anywhere. That is sort of part of the problem. You are coping, all right. Yes, you can see the components that go into these have severely shrunk. Okay, that was inevitable that we were going to run out of parts. And you can see our shockingly poor red circuit production, caused by a shockingly poor Shockingly poor supply of plastic, ultimately. You can see it drifting in here. It actually gets topped up here, but in spite of the top up, it's still ridiculous due to a lack of acetone gas. That's the key lack right at this second. Okay. What are we short of now? We're short of steel. Okay, steel. We do have steel just over here, but if I run up there, I'll pick up a whole lot of stuff that I don't want. So the way I've tended to prefer is to come up to the smelting machines and help myself to steel directly from them. Then we're going to be short on iron from the looks of things, so let's grab some iron as well. Get back to our expanding the capability of science. Okay. Yeah, you need to be expanded as well. Do you have any issue? Yes, you do. In fact, this is very archaic. It certainly isn't how we are doing this in the modern world. It's just making tinned copper wire, right? Yeah. Okay, this whole thing's got to go. Tin, copper wire, and what? An iron plate. Okay. We tend to be using these guys, but I don't even really need that speed. That speed would probably do. It would be a damn sight better than what we've got already. Okay, you can go there. You can go there, you can go away, you can go away. I think this has served its purpose a long time ago and isn't necessary anymore. Tinned copper wire. There, tinned copper wire. And copper cable. We'll upgrade these as well. I don't think we can do the same with these machines, but we can certainly keep putting better machines of this nature in there. So that would be one more machine required, and yes, I ended up with a low-level assembly machine. I'm sure it will get used sooner or later as we continue to expand the functioning of the factory. But yes, that's a bit more healthy. Now hopefully these ones can catch up. I've never actually tested the slot to see where net machines. So we're probably producing far too much copper cable, but that's okay. It's not really an issue. And tinned copper wire. We don't need more, do we? Wouldn't have thought so. Yeah, no. Oh, right. We are out of the plant science. Okay. Well, that means that and that are not going to happen. So we may as well get back to... I'm not sure which one of these we actually want the most. We're not really using manganese yet. Maybe we want improvements. If they're all 50, it's not that much. Maybe we just start putting them out and getting them done. Because that's this purple that we have slightly more of. Better than not being there at all. Okay, so last episode we got to this point with our production of lithium salt. And to get lithium, you just need electrolyzers at this point. But we do need the salt directly for some things as well. So what I might do is just start extending our landfill here. That's it. Probably means we should be doing this in a city block, because it's a long way down there, actually. I put it up here because it's close to the saline water. Oh, and because I'm close to this, I might just grab some landfill. Since I have no automated way currently of collecting this landfill, which I guess is bad, but not to worry. I can always put these products onto the bus. It turns out that we're making so much that it's kind of an issue, or makes sense. Alright, so lithium ion battery is actually what we're looking at. This thing. This is the end game. So we're trying to get the lithium cobalt oxide, which needs lithium and cobalt oxide. Now, if we're going to try and get cobalt oxide, we don't produce this anywhere. I need to check. I know we're not producing enough limestone, probably, would be fair to say. I want to come back to that. I probably don't need some of these. Because they're all done already. Alright, that'll do. What was I going to look at? Yeah, we're just doing a very basic production of the stuff at the moment. And in fact, it's probably going to need to increase a lot. What I probably need to do is, if I'm going to make this here, I probably need a train stop and deliver the resources in. I have a train stop there. I could make it a multi-purpose train stop. Have another one come down here. Or I would hook up this way. I kind of like the idea of maybe a multi-purpose. This would be a requester station. One, two, three. We don't need it quite as long as this. One, two, three, four. Okay. So if we're going to go to there, we could have you need room on the other side, dude. All right. So we need a chain signal for trains coming this way, and because we basically don't want them here unless they can get out. We need that, and then here we effectively need the same thing. You don't leave unless there's room. And oh, that's a good point. We can't have that there. We need that one there. You have to be very careful when you have bidirectional lines that these are right next to each other. If they're off by one space, the train will treat that as a single. Well, there's basically no direction that's acceptable. See here, you can go either way up to these signals, and you can go either way past it. But if you move it past one, your system will come to a complete halt. That's round the wrong way. That one needs to be the stop, and that one needs to be the that symbol. Okay. Warehouse. So we are going to need some cobalt ore delivery here. And the fact that we've had to put a train line in is immediately starting to suggest, well, maybe I should have done this in a proper city block, but I guess it's effectively behaving a bit like a city block now, so that's all right. Wires, you need to go to there. Oh, and from there to there to there. So we basically want, say, order cobalt ore, which is good. We need more sinks for cobalt ore. Cobalt ore is less than, say, let's make it 8,000. Set a P like we normally do. And it's basically, well, we only want one of these trains at a time if we need something else to come here. So if cobalt ore is less than P, then order a train, which will be the cobalt ore supply. And it should be on its way already, which is fantastic. Now, let's use express stack inserters, because now that we can, we probably should. And you need to drop there. Means this side will unload faster than this side, unless I go, well, you can drop there. That should make it even. Where is this train? Oh, there it is. Okay, good. So that will give us cobalt ore. Now, if we're going to make this thing, we need to do some processing. So we need to get it into processed cobalt, and we need to start making limestone. The hell's this green liquor? Green liquor, black liquor. What? I'm not sure that's always been there. Anyway, the creation of limestone is currently all here. I'm not entirely sure that I want to just use this line, but maybe I can. Seems to be a little bit dependent because it's used up here in the glass and the cement, brick and so on manufacture. We might be putting too much pressure on it. We have more that we could potentially tap into in terms of the washing plants here. So we could potentially start making lime off this one as well. But that's not really any closer, is it? That one is there. This one, I guess it's a tiny fraction closer. This one's not getting to use or make mud as much as we'd like. It's all coming from the other side. I think it would be a fairly simple matter to add it up here, so I might just do that. That one is concentrated mud water. What did we say this comes from? It's limestone. And where is it in this collection? Lime. Lime recipe. Oh, it's limestone that we want, not lime. Washing, maybe it's in there. Limestone, light mud water. Okay, limestone is light mud water. This is light mud water. Needs a washing plant. Okay, do we have washing plants? Yes, we do. Good. Alright, you can come here. You are going to make some limestone. Pipes. Okay, that's typical, isn't it? Does everything around the wrong way to how I would like it to be done. Water. I should probably make some of these. I guess I don't really need to. And power to there. What else do you make? You just make limestone. Okay, that's perfect. Not sure yet where I want to take this, but just in case we need to put it on both sides. We need to avoid all of this, obviously. How about we come up here? And to avoid getting... we're basically out of this standard belt. There's going to have to come a time fairly soon when we move away from standard belt altogether. But it's not yet. Probably when we branch out and start making plates in the circuit city blocks, not the circuit anything, the city blocks. There may be a case for that, but not yet. There you go. Something like that. Now, this cobalt is not in the correct form because we need it as processed cobalt, which requires ore processing machines. I'm not sure how many of these we need. They're in this one. We would start with one, I suppose. I need to have this process actually happen away from here in case I need other things coming in. So let's put it out here. Where did it end up? Ore processing machine. There. You are making processed cobalt. Fast inserter. Okay, so, and limestone in a chemical furnace. So we need a chemical furnace, not a chemical plant, a chemical furnace. No, those are the casting machines. It's in here. Chemical furnace, let's start with a 1. We'll worry about ratios later. There you go. You can make cobalt oxide. And you can be a close. So cobalt oxide needs to be combined with what exactly? What are we trying to make with it? We're trying to make lithium cobalt oxide. It needs actual lithium. The plate. Okay. Well, I know that we need both of these products. So let's make some lithium then. It takes lithium salt, it uses electrolyzers. We should have, I've got at least one electrolyzer 3 here. All you need is power. Actually, let's do our usual. What are we trying to do? Make this one. No, make what? What are we trying to make? Lithium cobalt oxide, which gets made in an electrical chemical furnace. Electrical chemical furnace, okay. That did look slow, so I'm going to make at least 2. And I am also going to place them down here, perhaps. Not really going to work, is it? Lithium cobalt oxide, there we go. You load there. And these plates. Can go out there. And the usual sort of thing where these do a pickup long. One of these does a drop near, just in case. And we may possibly need another one of these, who would know. Okay, so that is probably the easier one. Now the one that actually needs the lithium salt, we have the lithium salt. It looks like we're going to get products that we don't actually want. I don't think there's any other. No, there's no other options. There's only this one recipe. You need sodium perchlorate, which is going to need blue metal catalyst. So yes, this is why we're going to use more cobalt. I'm good with that. And titanium, not as good with that, but we can still manage. To make this blue metal catalyst, so that's the easiest part of that equation. Purified water, we can manage that. The sodium chlorate, hydrogen chloride gas. Well, the fact that we're making the salt may well be able to be recycled for this, but the sodium hydroxide solution, and that's probably the easiest part of the solution. Unless we're making sodium carbonate anywhere. And I don't remember making sodium carbonate anywhere. Unless we are generating it. I don't think we're doing this process to make alumina though. Although, given that it makes sodium carbonate, maybe that's not such a bad thing. But, yeah. Alright, I strongly suspect we're not making it. Let me just have a quick look at where we make aluminum, or aluminium, depending on which part of the world you're from. I don't think that's sodium. I don't think that's that one. No. So, that basically means we want sodium hydroxide and purified water. Okay. I do seem to remember we were, yes, we're creating sodium hydroxide here. I think that's sodium hydroxide. Unfortunately, it's not a train load, and this process has come to a complete halt at the moment because silver is obviously fully supplied. 17k, yes. So that's unreliable for sodium hydroxide. The other location for sodium hydroxide in our factory, well, I think we actually set up a make me some sodium hydroxide, and if we're not needing to get rid of it, maybe I should duplicate that because I might need to anyway. Here we go. Yes, so this electrolysis to make hydrogen chloride, or to make the possibility of making hydrogen chloride, creates sodium chloride, right? Or sodium hydroxide. So we kind of need this set up. Let's make a copy then. We need some water. We have water over here. How about we place you about there? Salination plant. And electrolyzer 3. We make electrolyzers, so I should just be able to order them. This is on electrolyzer 3. We are ordering 1 at the moment. That's all we need. I probably need a top up for a number of things. I must be carrying some this stuff. Yeah, I certainly don't need to be carrying brown algae. If I stand in here for a moment, I should get most of what I want. Here comes my army. It's that one in particular that I'm after, and we have it already, so I'm off. Now, while I think about it, that brown algae can go in there. We don't need it. So you need some water. Water. There we go. Just leaving a gap in case I need the water for anything else. Right, so, oh, hang on. Oh, it's you that makes the sodium hydroxide, okay. Oops. Okay, so what's the process exactly that we're after? We're after this one. Sodium perchlorate. Sodium chlorate. We need hydrogen chloride. We need sodium hydroxide solution. We need purified water. Purified water, which I think actually is this. No, that's not making purified water. That's making saline water. Right, of course. Makes perfect sense. So if we want purified water, we probably want one of these things. I think. Can't remember. Purified water. Purified water. No. Makes more sodium hydroxide. No, that doesn't make sodium hydroxide. That changes it. No. Water, saline water. Oh, it makes more saline water. Okay. And purified water. Should mean maybe we could even get rid of this, or we could partly get rid of this. That's probably what I want to do. That's the reverse of what we're trying to do. Okay, so we need a hydro plant. We normally are using the 3s, but for now I'll just use this one. This guy's going to have to move because perfect example of why I left some space. So you are going to make purified water. Okay, good. That's the saline. So what we will do is your saline only gets used if you are in a top-up requirement situation. Top-up requirement. Now, where is the, was it chemical plant that we were doing? No, it's an electrolyzer 3, which we specially ran off to get. So I don't have to look up the recipe. There you go. Oh, you don't have power. Purified water. Right. So, next is the sodium hydroxide and purified water in a liquefier 3. We should have some of those around. There we go. We've actually got 10 of them. Could actually place this down here. I just don't know how many I actually will need. Liquefier 3. I really shouldn't jam it in this much. Give it a little bit more space. Just in case, you never know what I need to do over here. We're making sodium hydroxide solution, if we can find it. Sodium hydroxide solution. Why are you so different from any of the products that you're producing? I don't like that. Anyway, sodium hydroxide solution. So, sodium hydroxide solution and hydrogen chloride gas in a chemical plant. I might be doing that proverbial closing myself in too much here. Let's give myself a bit more room. Just in case, and I don't know how many I'm going to need. Sodium hydroxide. How many do you need? You need 5, okay. And you are making sodium chlorate. Okay, sodium chlorate. Any hints, machine? Sodium hydroxide solution. Okay. That's close. There you go. Sodium chloride. So this time we do actually have the correct symbol, which is, I guess, a pleasant change. Chlorine, of course, is on the bottom. That's hydrogen chloride gas. Okay, so to get hydrogen chloride gas, we obviously need another chem plant. Not an advanced chem plant. They are slower. You would definitely be doing yourself a injustice if you used an advanced chem plant when you can use a normal chem plant. Again, we don't know how much we are going to need, so let's just put you up there. Hydrogen chloride. Hydrogen chloride. Hydrogen chloride. Okay. This time it's actually worked in our favour. And we're out of pipe. Okay, let's go and get some pipe. How are we doing for time? Ooh. Would be nice to finish the lithium process, or the lithium-ion battery, or have some success in our 100th episode. That should keep us going for a bit. In a way, I feel I should do something special for our 100th episode, but not really sure what. We fixed up science. So now we have sodium chlorate. We're almost there. Believe it or not, we're almost there. So now we have that one. We need to make blue metal catalyst. We need purified water again. And we do this in a chemical plant. Okay, fair enough. New chemical plant. I might just put it there. It's not ammonium perchlorate, it is sodium perchlorate. And we have, okay, this is going to have to change a little, isn't it? Slightly greater consumption of that stuff. What I might do here is a Bob's special. Pick up from there. That works more efficiently anyway, so it may as well do that. So you just... Why aren't you getting purified water? Oh, because you don't have power. You have purified water now. Okay, so the final step in the process, we're finally going to use one of these assembly machines that we made at the beginning of the episode and didn't really want for the catalyst. You're going to be making blue metal catalyst. which needs cobalt and titanium. Okay. Actually, what I might do is, if we're going to have some titanium coming out as well, let's create an order for some titanium. I could use direct circuit connections here if I wished. It would make it easier. You will be titanium. Titanium ore. P's no good. Oh, crap. It's already ordered one. It's ordered more cobalt. Never mind, we'll just have an overflow of cobalt. Because I didn't fix... Because this was... Yeah, anyway, never mind. It ordered a P. We didn't want a P. We want a Q. And this one will be titanium ore. Awesome. Maybe that's how you celebrate the 100th episode. I stand stupidly on the railway doing other things and get collected by a train. Okay. Fine. First things first. Oh, logistics is off. Good. Maybe it automatically turns off when you die, which is a good thing, actually, if that's what it's doing. The most annoying thing about dying, apart from the ignominy of it, is you get another pistol. Not fond of pistols, especially when you can no longer dump them in here. They end up on your land. I don't like that. Better when you could throw them into the ocean. Right, I'm sure it has enough cobalt now. You can go away. I definitely don't want these. And where's the other ones? Do I not have any ammo? Yes, I do have ammo. Okay. Let's not stand there. Okay, so Q, we should be getting a Q signal. We now have 26,000 of the cobalt in there, which is quite a lot. So if the titanium is less than Q, we want to order titanium, titanium, titanium. We want to order that priority. That's it. All ordered, on its way. Fantastic. These need to change to filter inserters before we get any further down the track. You are picking up cobalt, and so are you. You are picking up titanium, and you are also picking up titanium. Here's some power, and you can go across here. Now, the reason why we stopped here is basically so we can do a very simple combine all of this into one, please, mechanism, and we'll come over here and start feeding that into our blue catalyst. The blue catalyst also needs some of these. So this will be the sodium perchlorate. Now, sodium perchlorate gets combined with lithium salt in an electrolyzer, which we don't have any of anymore. So let's turn that back on and pop over here so that we're back into our logistic zone. Yeah, here should do. You should go down there. I'm looking to see that we get those back. We have. Okay, that will do then. Presume you've made a whole lot. You have. Yeah, hopefully this will work. Okay, so the final step was in an electrolyzer. We have an electrolyzer now. Sort of, I want the ability to be able to enlarge that, I guess. So let's whack it down here. We need you to make that one. You've got no inputs from this side. That's fine. Pick up from there, thanks. Why are you not picking up? Because that's not how this is supposed to work at all. It's supposed to come from this one. In which case this is totally misplaced. I will put it here, just in case there is a need, I suppose. It's almost pointless, but never mind. So, where's the salt? Here it is. I might just do that and get rid of that stuff. There you go. Hydrogen. What are we going to do with the hydrogen? I think I have a flare stack. There may be hydrogen around here somewhere that we could join. It's ethane. What's this one burning? Butane if it gets too high. No, I'll just burn it. Yeah. The days of hydrogen dependency should be behind us. Okay, so now we have sodium chloride and we have lithium perchlorate. Okay, so we probably want a few of these guys. You can take the lithium perchlorate. Not from there. Or there. Lithium perchlorate. And you can take lithium perchlorate. You can pick up salt. I can find it. Salt. Salt. Sodium chloride. And you can take sodium chloride, deliver it now. Sodium chloride. Sodium, no, not that. Sodium chloride, salt. Sodium chloride. We don't want to know how to make it, we want to know what we can do with it. We make saline water again. Or we can make sodium, a byproduct of hydrogen, and make sodium carbonate. Or sodium hydroxide. Don't know. We don't need to worry about this right now. What we need is to get rid of it. We'll find a way of doing something with it later. Okay. So this is... we're trying to make the batteries. What happened to the batteries? I obviously never stored them. Lithium-ion batteries. Okay, so the 1, 2. So we need carbon. Oh, God, we need plastic. Of course we do. Of course we do. I am tempted just to put... Oh, we need 2 of those. Why is this not producing anymore? We seem to be producing vastly more hydrogen than consuming. Okay. I'll just put another flare stack in, I think. If I had enough iron pipe, I would. Flare stack. That's better. There's the product. So now we've got to ask ourselves is, we've got carbon on the bus. Do we start creating this with the carbon and plastic? I mean, I suppose we do, because I know the uses of lithium-ion batteries. So we need them in some of our personal batteries, laser turrets, which... plasma turret Mark IIIs, we need them, so... accumulators. I'm not sure we're going to be worrying about laser rifles. This is the one science thing that we need it for. And yes, this is what I was sort of expecting, that the next level of robots needs them. And the charging pads. So we really should look to be making the lithium-ion batteries perhaps away from... I don't think that, yeah. Away from the science itself. Which would mean I basically need to get to carbon and plastic and bring them through and out to here somewhere where we might make them. But that is going to have to be something for the next episode, I think. We're all done. Thanks very much for joining me, and maybe since it is 100, I'll give you a quick tour, which I just assume everyone knows what the factory is, but this is, I guess, where we started, but this is now raw resources get dumped off into here. Raw ores, this is, not the raw resources of angels, because we now start that here, which was our initial way of doing it, which sort of became more of the geode way rather than the electrolyzer way because of the greater efficiency, but we've retained these because we have something of an oxygen and hydrogen requirement, and they create a surplus, so we're able to keep using them. That's one of our facilities. More recently, we've made this one, which is all the geode processing, and we actually bring in oxygen into here because we do use it to some extent. Well, in the making of all this acid, I think, is predominantly where it's being used, but that is our geodes processing. Then from the geodes, we turn them into ores. We started off with these sort of combined ore creations, with the common issue that you get here. These warehouses are full, but they don't have enough of at least one of the products to order a train and make a delivery. So we've been starting to create offsprings, which are dedicated individual ores. In this case, is that gold? Possibly gold. And this one is silicon. Maybe that's aluminium, actually, not gold. That would make more sense. At the moment, copper and iron are here. There is sort of the top half, which is more iron, a bit in the middle, which does both, and the bottom half, which is copper. They automatically switch off when there is sufficient in here for a full train of each one, which there currently is, even though they may not appear so. And this one also has fancy stuff, so it swaps over to what depending on the train coming, the filter is set, but you might have stuff in the handle like here. If you do, it will simply get dumped out due to blacklisting here. It'll get dumped out and put back in, and if these get out of sync, these fancy little combinators will tell them to get back in sync. Then we have a yard up here, which does both empty and full trains, but as you can see, most of the time we're able to get to full trains. Crystal Catalyst, yes, Crystal Catalyst is being made over on this side along with gems, and nothing's happening at the moment because we're using this to reprocess all of the geodes that are byproducts, and in this case we don't have a full train load of any of them yet, so they haven't been ordered. We may actually need to create, maybe up here, a process to ensure this keeps happening, because we're down to 24k of the catalyst. I think it's 32k that fills a train with catalyst. I may be mistaken. But anyway, we also have here titanium. Was that titanium? No, that must be the tungsten, is it? Tungsten? Yes, that's tungsten. This one up here so it's titanium, tungsten, with a slightly more complex process, and silver, which is a lot more similar to the titanium, leading to our geodes there. And as mentioned, that's where that's getting processed. So yes, they make all the ores. The ores come into our main base currently, where they're using Angel's smelting, of course, for all of those processes actually to make their plates equivalent into something of a fairly lengthy main base. A little bit of solar power off to the side, but I guess the main power is coming here from our banks of algae farms, and this is our refueling station. So coming down, we kind of have simple circuits, green circuits, some of our mall type components interspersed between red circuits sort of hanging off to the side here, and some attempts to make plastic. About 3 different ways we're making plastic in here at the moment, and as you can see, it's still woefully inadequate for our current needs. More mall, and then we're getting into our sort of sciencey area, and some of the oil products needed for blue science. More mall, coming down to the 2 sort of pink and purple science. Yeah, all of that, and then we get way down here to here, which is actually the yellow, the first part of the yellow science, and the extra bits that we've sort of been doing off to the side to make the lithium and soon to make the batteries. So that's the whole factory, guys. Anyway, thanks for joining me for this 100th episode. Look forward to seeing you for the next 100. Bye bye for now.